just showed up, kind of like how I did with my father. I met my father this way. I just showed up at his door one day.
That's how you met your daddy?
No way.
Yeah, it's been the fucking craziest life I've had into this sport. Like I met my father like maybe like one time when I was 13. And I mean, he's old school OG, you know, pleated plants and everything over here. Cool dude, you know, just whatever happened to my parents. But then I didn't know where he lived. And so I lived in Michigan for a long time, and I would always come out here and visit. And I would always look in the yellow pages or the white pages to find his name. I didn't know his first name. And I was just kind of like looking. And I would make phone calls, try to see if he was there. And I remember one time, and it was every fucking summer I did that for the longest time. And then I'm over at, not West Coast Jiu-Jitsu, it was like maybe 2009, 2010. One of my trainers from Core Fitness out in Oxnard, he's like, asked me what my name was and so on and so forth. And my cousins knew what was going on, but the guy that was my trainer ended up being my cousin.
Damn.
And then he's like, you're the one. He's like, you're the one we always talked about. You're the guy that's the sport kid.
Was your dad looking for you?
I don't know. I didn't really care. You know, I was looking for him.
But how did it go when you walked up on his doorstep?
So it was chill. Like he was old school military, you know, and my uncle, like before that, my uncles would show up at the gym, you know, and I'm doing push-ups and stuff, and they're like, yeah, they'd fucking get down and do push-ups with me. And it was really cool. And then I got his address. I rode my bike over there, and he opened the door. Hey, Mio. Acted like there was not a skipping beat. You know, I had my dad and I had my father, which is completely different. But I wanted to see what I looked like when I got older.
You look like him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Y'all about the same size and everything?
He's bigger.
No, he's bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger. He's bigger than me, which is cool. But it was cool. You know, his military. He ended up falling off a bridge. He broke half of his body. Got pins, needles, rods, all that stuff. But he was the one that taught me how to hit the bag. He was the one that taught me about the pounds per square inch and the crushing power, how to make the bag not push, but bend that bitch in half.
Wow.
And so like, he was just power me, and he was there. And it wasn't like when he was holding the bag, like people get pissed off, you know, why weren't you? No, it wasn't like that. It was like, this is a cool fucking experience for me. It was like another goal of mine, you know, to be like, hey, fuck yeah. Listen to everything that he had to say. And I've always been that way. And then Goggins was the same fucking thing, like listening to people that were more experienced, that had been there than you, that know how to push you because they see something and they're like, man, they're missing something, but we got to get that back. And I've been really blessed that people, I mean, I got family on both sides of the good and, you know, all the other shit. But I've always been fortunate to be like, at the right time, people be like, no, you go that way. You go that way because we see something different. You go that way. You can be around here, but you're going to go that way and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. And like I said, I think it was the coolest fucking thing that Goggins did. Nobody has ever, I know I'm long-winded right now, but nobody's ever did it. Olympians, endurance athletes, ultra runner, all the shit. And he tells me that the reason why they wouldn't do it, that he would have to skip rocks, get the fuck out of here, because they would have to know how many sets they were doing or how long or what they were going to do or make excuses why they couldn't show up. And he opened his doors to me, and it was, I didn't know, but it was fucking, you better fucking do this shit. And no matter if, I remember I cramped one fucking time and it was the worst fucking thing. He made fun of me like a motherfucker and it would not go away. We were doing upper body, my bottom half was cramping and he was just laughing his ass off. And I built a lifelong friend, which was cool. Yeah. You know, he looks to me like kind of like his son, which is fucking dope as fuck. And I call him Sir, you know, Chief, call him Chief Goggins, which is cool. And I don't give a fuck whoever doesn't like him, man. That dude opened his doors to me.
He seemed like a nice guy though.
He's awesome. Super chill, man. He's cool.
But be 100, after your fight, did he call you a bitch?
No, it was different because I had my knee torn. My knee was torn.
But I'm just saying, like, because he
was a crazy fight against Paddy the Baddy. I was surprised that him being in your corner was a unique experience, huh?
I had asked him, you know, like he didn't bump heads with anybody, but like, you know, everybody doesn't like everybody. You know, if everybody likes you, you're probably doing the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know
that's
what I mean?
That's a good way to say it.
It's so like, he showed up and it was cool. I cut weight at his compound, which was dope. He lives in a dope ass fucking compound.
Is it like a couple acres and shit?
Like he lives with Celine Dion and Mark Wahlberg in the same fucking compound. Like it's fucking dope.
How this motherfucker that rich? From running
he's loaded.
Like
he's cool, man. Like it's just he's really cool. He's got good people around him. I can't really say.
Well, he said books. He said books and stuff like that. Huh?
He's you know, to a lot of people, we're inspirational to a lot of people. A lot of people look up to us doing what we're doing, and he's got his own way of doing things, and so do I, and so do you. And we're lucky that we're paving this way for others to be able to follow and to crush that.
What's one of his books? I want to start reading this shit.
You know what? I've never heard of any of his books.
God damn!
I'm telling you,
Speaking again,
I've never heard it. I never read it. I never knew anything about
real.
coach. Like it was, and I think that was
He
the
just
reason.
reached out to you.
We both kind of did that.
Yeah,
we both
yeah.
needed it. Like it was just like,
What a great dude.
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool as fuck. Like I can't say anything bad about it, but
Did he have any mixed martial arts background? Or just like training and mindset?
a lot of training, dude.
But no boxing or kicking or
He straight up
grappling?
tells me, he's like, your mindset is stronger than these Navy SEALs. He's like, these Green
wow.
Berets and everything. He's like, these guys wouldn't go through. They have a lot of fucking problem. They have a lot of quit. He's like, dude, he's like, you have your own mentality. He's like, nobody can result to that.
Bro, it shows in your fighting. It shows
yeah.
it shows how big your heart is and how strong your mind is. That